welcome to Stepping Stones to AAC Family Game Night. I am Brittany Toney, and I am joined by my co-host, Heather Preniveau.
Hello.
So okay, so as I mentioned, welcome. This is our Stepping Stones to AAC interactive classroom. I put the link in the chat window, but let me know if you can't see it, and I can repost it. That link, the bit.ly link, will take you to this classroom where you will be able to click on the icons and it'll take you to the YouTube recording of this training. So there's different topics that we talk about each month, and those are all on the bookshelves, and they are represented by the different icons. So again, my name is Brittany Toney, and I am the Bitmoji on the left. I am a speech-language pathologist and Saltillo assistive technology consultant for Southern Ohio, Indiana, and Northern Kentucky. I had to think about that. And then I will let Heather introduce herself.
Welcome, I'm Heather Preniveau. I would be the Bitmoji on the right. I am also a speech-language pathologist, and I am the AAC consultant for Saltillo in Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're super happy to have you with us, and not only the icons are interactive, but also the poster that Brittany is pointing to and the core word go that I am pointing to on the classroom will take you to resources like our core board and the Let's Teach Core therapy materials that we have on our website.
So I just like this slide to remind us that AAC is a journey and that it takes time. And Sandy, you are a parent also. Awesome, great to have you. AAC is not something that we can simply pick up and learn quickly. Just like any type of language, we have to give it time. So just a reminder that it takes time, but that reward at the end is so exciting. So just remember that as we continue throughout our presentation. Okay, I will let Heather explain this lovely resource.
Sounds good. So one of the first things in your materials tab is this organizational tool. And we designed it to help you kind of plan out and think about how you're going to interact during activities with the device and working with core words, which we'll target tonight. And so we'll go through each of these steps and fill it out together, but you can also keep a blank one, hand them out, share them with others. So if you find it useful, totally able to do that. And so the first step is choosing those core words that we're going to target. And tonight, Brittany's going to lead us through some playing games. And then we'll go to step 2, where we look at questions and comments. And then finally, how are you going to model it? Are you going to model just one word on the device? Are you going to model 2 words and slowly build from there? But doing this planning at the beginning, so that you don't kind of stress out once you start looking at the device and you're interacting with your child or your student with the device, and then kind of throw your hands up and go, I don't know what to do. So this is the first tool in our materials. Followed by the second tool, which is a reference tool. So this walks through each of those steps and gives you a brief description about what we're going to do tonight. So if you're like me and you're like, okay, now I'm got it all ready to go, but I don't remember what they said, you can refer back to this. And the same thing, if you want to share it with others, it's kind of a nice way to give a little description and refer back to what each of those steps are for.
Okay, so let's start with the board game. So why did we choose games? Well, it's November already, which is crazy. And so there's lots of family gatherings coming up, like Thanksgiving, or if you celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas. So we thought it would be kind of fun to talk about gameplay and how we can use core words and model core words during gameplay. I know that my family and I love to play games when we get together. It's just kind of fun. So how can we incorporate our AAC learners to play with us. They offer, board games also offer a really fun way to practice using core words, and depending on what game you use, I mean, really no matter which one you use, there's so many ways that you can use different core, whether that's asking questions, using adjectives, or prepositions and pronouns. So the games that I'm going to use tonight, one of them is Shoots and Ladders, because I thought it would also be fun to incorporate Alexa, and so I do that. But then the other one, there's no picture for it, but it's called Dinosaur Tea Party. So we'll get to that later. But anyway, just some fun games that my kiddos like to play. So that's what we're going to watch and go over tonight.
And I love that it can be any age. So
yeah, yep.
My kids are teenagers and we still play family game nights, so it's all good. The third material handout is a copy of our core board. So there's a low-tech board in there that you can follow along on. You can use for modeling if you're not able to model on a device. And so for tonight, this is also a great way to start thinking about what words you can model during activities. Find what's on the board and use those words to target. So we'll let Brittany introduce the next section and be thinking about what words you see on here.
Okay, so as I mentioned, the first game that we're going to play is Shoots and Ladders, and actually this one I'm not going to be modeling. So as we're playing the game and my kids and I are talking, just listen to what words we use to talk about the game. And so here we go. If you cannot hear it, just let me know and I can turn it up. We're going to play Shoots and Ladders. Who's first?
Me.
It's your turn, Bexley.
Yeah.
Roll the dice. Good job. Are you going to go up the ladder? Down? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing. Now it's your turn, Kenton. Roll the dice.
4. 5.
Okay, go 5. Let's see if you go up or down. Okay, now it's my turn. Alexa, roll a die.
I rolled a 6 on the die. 2.
2. Let's see if I go up or down. 1, 2.
No, he doesn't.
No.
I know.
Okay, so the reason why, so in Shoots and Ladders, there's actually a spinner. The reason why I used a die instead is because that's a skill that Alexa has. She does not, and I looked, does not have the skill to spin a spinner. I didn't look like that hard, so if you find one, that's awesome. But so that's why we use a die, so that if your kiddo using AAC has physical disabilities, that's just a way that they can interact with the game by using Alexa on their device. And I'll show you in the next video kind of where that might be. Anyway, that's why we use the die instead of the spinner.
That's a fun alternative.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to think of games that use that. So, okay. Oh my gosh, these crazy walking again. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry.
Halloween. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, so
flexible.
Yeah. Let's think of some core words that we can use. Or what core words did you hear me use? And there's many answers to this. So.
Yeah, if you want to use the chat window, there we go. Up, down, your, roll. I like it. Turn. Yes. I think I heard you use my and your. Yep.
Up, down, go. Yeah, go. Oh my gosh, it's showing up in 2 places too. First.
Kind of trippy.
Yeah. First is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. All right, so the next step after we choose our core words is thinking of some open-ended questions to encourage our AAC learner to communicate. So on their device. So when we're talking about open-ended questions, those are questions that cannot be answered with just a yes or no response. They're usually a type of question that requires a little bit more thought and some more generative language than just yes and no. So and that then encourages more communication from our AAC learner. So we're going to think of a couple open-ended questions for our core words, but first, which one of these is an open-ended question? Do you like to play games, or what game should we play?
Question 2, says Nikki, and Sandy,
job.
and Michaela. Yes.
Ding, 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 you all get a prize.
We need a buzzer, or like a little bell.
We do. All right. Okay. Next. Okay, so with our wonky fill-in boxes, what are some questions that open-ended questions you can think of to go with words, the words up and down?
First question that came into my head is, where should it go?
Yeah.
Or where did it go? Or where did you go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with this game, if you go like up and down the slide, you can go up and down the ladder. You can also go use like up and down if you're moving like Candyland pieces up and down the board.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So
I was also thinking even Connect 4, like stack it up. Make
yeah,
it pull
did
down.
you go on the slide or the ladder? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did you slide up or go down? Oh. If you could slide up, hey.
Yeah, well, my kids like to think that they can.
Right.
What about my and your? What are some open-ended questions for those two words?
Whose turn?
Yeah.
Is it your turn or my turn? Awesome. I like that version too.
Yeah, and just a note, playing games with your turn and my turn is really hard if there's only 2 players. So
Right.
it might help to have more than just you and your AAC learner, because teaching yours and my, trying to model that can sometimes be confusing. So the more
confusing to me.
Yeah. Okay, so some open-ended questions for turn we could reuse. Whose turn, or is it your turn or my turn?
If we're using a spinner, turn the spinner.
Yeah.
Who's gonna spin the spinner?
Who should turn, maybe?
Who should turn it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can even say turn the die if you wanted to. Instead of roll. Whose turn is next? Yeah.
Nice.
Good. All right. Okay, so with some possible comments, this is if your child is not yet responding to open-ended questions. Maybe they're just kind of waiting for you to give them a model, in which case you can model comments. So those would be some of our early AAC users, maybe a stage 1 to 2. So we're going to write down some comments that you could model that they could say in response to your question, just to show them where some of that language is. So, and one rule of thumb that I like to keep in mind is that we want to keep our model just at or just above their language level. So what I mean by that, if they're a stage 1 AAC user where they're only using about 1 word per utterance, we want to make sure that we're not modeling more than 2 or 3 words beyond where they are. So if they're only using 1 word, maybe we're only modeling 3 to 4 words. We don't want to model a whole sentence if they're only using 1 word, because that can be overwhelming for them. So just keep that in mind when you are modeling and thinking of some comments. Okay, so with, I'm so sorry guys. What happened? Okay, let's see where my boxes are. They just kind of disappeared, didn't they? All right, so what are some comments for up and down?
Start with simple, like go up or go down.
Up. Yeah.
We could
Maybe if we're
expand.
using pronouns, you could say
Yep.
you go up, maybe he go up, she go up.
Yeah, expanding those utterances just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. What about comments for my and your?
It's
It
your
is your
turn.
turn.
Mm-hmm. Or my turn next.
Mm-hmm. Take your turn. Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Like, hey, you, stop daydreaming. I have that problem when I play cards.
Oh, yes. I'm the same way.
My cousin's
Feel bad for
always-
my kids.
Yeah, I'm always the one. My cousins never want to be my partner because they all laugh because I get distracted. I'm like, Brittany, it's take your turn.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's your turn. It's your turn.
Yeah. All right. What about for the word turn? We just said one. Take your turn. What are
I
some
love when you
other?
can repeat.
Yes.
Reuse.
If we were looking from the last time, like turn the die or turn the dice, maybe, or spinner.
Or maybe if you're playing cards, turn it over.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Good job, guys. All right. Okay, and so then the last step is finding the words on your device. Here we're going to find them on our low-tech board, and then making sure you know where they are so that you can model those words. Because I know I've done it before where I'm in a session with a kiddo and I have a specific word in mind and then I can't find it. And then I get frustrated because I'm on their device and taking too long to find the words. So it's always a good idea to find those words first. And then you'll notice in step 3 on the planning form that we kind of filled in 2 or 3 word models and kind of put everything together and just came up with a few 2 to 3 word models already on there. So I even have like Alexa turn dice, my person here, just some different things that we can say. So the words, if you're using a low-tech board with your kiddo, you can always highlight like I did with a dry erase marker. You can even cut out a Post-it, like a square out of a Post-it note and put it on there. So that's just some ideas. Oh, and have and who are from one of the videos that I took. So, but those are where those words are. Okay, so the next video is me modeling on the device while I'm playing the game. So I'm still talking to my AAC user, but I'm highlighting what words I'm saying on the device. That's the modeling piece. So first I'm gonna model with Chutes and Ladders, and then I didn't take a non-modeling video, but I thought it'd be good for you to see just a different game. So then, which I realize now that it may have not saved correctly, so I'm hoping it did. Okay, well, anyway, we'll find it. But I'm modeling on the next dinosaur tea party. So, okay, let's view this video. All right, exactly it. Your turn. Your turn first. Let's see if you go up or down. 6. You got 6 again. 6 more. Okay, go 6 more.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
Oh, I did go up.
Ah, I don't think so. All right, whose turn?
Oh, me,
Let's ask who
me,
is next.
me.
Oh, it's your turn, Kenton. You got 6 too. You got 6
More.
more.
We go. Oh,
Okay, I'll help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're in the same spot as Sissy.
okay. I'm kissing.
Now I'm gonna ask. Let's see. She can do it.
Alexa, roll the dice. I rolled a 6-sided die and got 6.
6. She got 6 too. Wow, that's so crazy. I get 6
More.
more too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. Okay. So let me see. All right. That's I'm not sure what. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, there we go. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So that's the Chutes and Ladders video. The next one is in here. It must have had an animation in there, which is why it's playing again. So sorry. Okay. Let's play the next one. And as you could see, I used the Alexa pages that are already built into WordPower to have Alexa roll the dice. So that might be, she also has like a twister function or something that you can do, a twister skill. So there's some other fun skills that she has with gameplay. The next video, this is Dinosaur Tea Party. It's a play off of Guess Who, but it has dinosaurs who drink tea, which is, who doesn't love that?
Adorable.
Yeah, it is. And my kids really love it. So this one is great, especially for your older students who might be starting to ask questions or using some of those descriptor words because they have different colored rooms that they're in and there's different colored little tiles and things like that. So it's just, you can use Guess Who instead of this game, but it's what we had. So let's see what that looks like with modeling for this game. All right, we're gonna play Dinosaur Tea Party, and we're gonna guess who you are. We're gonna guess who you are, what your dinosaur looks like. Okay, Bexley, it's your turn first.
Okay. Then, are you doing
Did you, are you drinking?
Yes.
Yes. Ooh, Kenton says yes.
Yes.
All right, so let's put our tea out. Okay, right there. Okay, now it's my turn. It's my turn. Bexley, does your dinosaur, do you have a hat?
They have a hat. I have a hat.
Yes. I do. Nice.
Turn.
Okay.
Your turn.
Your turn.
You have Yes.
Yes, we do.
Flower.
Okay. Good job. Let's ask another question. Do you have? Ooh, I know. Do you have
Glasses.
glasses? You have glasses?
No, I do not like glasses.
You do not?
No.
No.
I like the
Yeah.
Okay, so that was
That's fun.
Dinosaur. It is a really fun game. I highly recommend. Okay, again, it's a fun way to ask questions like that. Okay, so after the videos and the modeling, what questions do you still have? How do you feel during the modeling piece, and what are some of your next steps?
Feel free to share in the chat window.
And if you don't have questions, that's fine. I have so many questions about AAC in general. I'm feeling it there, but this was helpful. Good. I'm so glad.
First step on the journey.
Michaela, here, I'll throw up our email. If you want to email us, one of us, and let us know, do you know who your PRC Saltillo consultant is for your area? Thank you guys so much, and hope you enjoy the holiday in a few weeks. Come join us next month where we're going to be talking about celebrations.
I'm so excited.
Yay!
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.